Hi everybody! It's that time of the month where it's time to look back on all the pages that I completed during November of 2022, and I thought I'd dive right in, and here we go. You might remember this one as being a whip from my last completed pages video for October, but I finally finished my little witch and there she is. Now this one I did almost completely with the Black Widow Scorpion pencils, because I finally managed to get my hand on a set of them super cheap on Amazon. So I thought, yeah, try them out. And this is what I came up with. I did use a Castle Arts Black for a bit of shading. So that's the only extra pencil I used. There is some silver gel pen and some glitter glue, as per usual. You see it? Definitely see it on the bats on her hat there. There's some on these little ghosties as well, floating around there. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with how she turned out. And that's my witch from Halloween Special, Colouring Heaven, Halloween Special number 80, I think that one is. I'm trying to show these in a bit of order that I did them in. The next one is from Ladies of Leisure, number 2, I think this is, by Zan Von Zed. And there she is. This is the page that I coloured in this book. And I was kind of organised this time. I actually wrote down what I used. I used a variety of budget pencils for her skin. I've written down Tesco Go Create pencils, Crayola Colours of the World, Art Studio pencils from W.H. Smith's. I've also used Castle Arts and Arteza Expert pencils. Those would be for her corset and her hair. There is a marker base on her hair there and on her corset. I used gold gouache paint to go around this border here. The gold on her corset is a Posca pen, a gold Posca pen, and this background is Super Tips used as watercolour and just worked into that. I have spattered a bit of gold gouache paint on the background there for a bit of interest on the white blank background. Yeah, and I'm super happy with how she turned out. Yeah, just as a note, the colours of the world were what I used for her horns, so that's where those come in. Her skin was the Tesco and Art Studio colours there. Okay, that's my girl from Zan Von Zed. The next one is from this little book. And I was really excited to buy this little book because I'd seen it on so many YouTube channels showing these cute little pictures, and we all know that's Baby Yoda, really. And I do love Baby Yoda, so I thought, yeah, I'm going to snaffle that book up. But I was a little bit disappointed. The pictures, of course, are really super cute, but I got it primarily to use markers. And when I started colouring with the markers, all the black lines were smearing and giving me kind of grey smudges into my colour. I don't know if that's a problem with all of these books, but nobody else has really talked about it, so I wasn't expecting it. But yeah, that one is... I might try and bring it a bit closer so you can see it a bit better. Yeah, there we go. He's mainly all markers, just touch cool markers, and I tried to do a little bit of blending with the markers there. There is some white gel pen, and I gave him some glitter in the background. And I shaded on top with a little bit of a black Tesco Create pencil, I think I used as my black shading. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure what to do with the rest of them in this book now because the ink is smudging. I might try using watercolour and see if that can cover it, because they're pretty simple pictures, so I want something that can cover a big area, which is, you know, why I wanted to use my markers in it in the first place. But he's turned out super cute, but yeah, I need to figure out how to colour them in. I think the areas may be a tad big for using pencils, but we'll have to see how it goes with that. Yeah, and there we go. That's from The Way Home by Morgan O'Brien. I think I forgot to mention the title, but yeah, Way Home, Morgan O'Brien. This next one was also a whip that I finally finished. This is from Fairy Story Special, Colouring Heaven by Fabiana Attanasio. And if you've seen my Colouring Heaven collection videos, this one was a whip that I had abandoned completely as a bad job because I could not get it to work. But I inspired myself by making the video, and I went back and I actually finished her. There we go, there's my Cinderella. There she is. And originally I had completely messed up her skin. I've covered it up with collage now, but you can't see it. But I had completely messed up her skin. It was not working, and I had tried doing her as a 4-colour challenge, which just wouldn't work. I tried giving her light skin and shading on top with the pencils that we were supposed to use. I think there was a brown, there was a green, there was a blue. Yeah, and it just was not working, so I gave it up as a bad job. And I had started on her dress, which I really didn't like, so what I did with those, I cut out the areas with the craft knife, and I stuck some blue craft paper behind them there because I didn't really like how it was going. You can sort of see there's a bit of a pattern behind on the blue there. Yeah, kind of a tree branch kind of pattern. I went on top with a bit of pencil shading and some white gel pen, bit of glitter. These bits of her dress are craft paper where I traced this pattern of her dress, traced this bit of her dress here, cut it out, stuck it on, and just added the lines where they were on the original as best I could. I did a marker base for the rest of it and pencil shading. These flowers in her hair were originally drawn, but I couldn't get them to look right, so I cut out some roses from some other craft paper and stuck them into her hair, and coloured these little bits of her dress pink to match in with the flowers. I've given her some crystals. There's a little heart-shaped one on her necklace and some along the edge of her dress here. So yeah, oh, and on her crown, there's blue ones on her crown as well. There we go, and I think she's ended up not too bad. Oh, I forgot, there's this is washi tape for the stairs, and this bit of a balcony there to again tie in the pink, which I think has worked quite well. So yeah, for being one that I'd abandoned as a bad job, I think she turned out okay, and I am super pleased. It was such a good feeling to take off that pink tag and give her a green one for being a finished page. And yeah, I am super proud of myself for getting back to her and finishing her off. So there we are. That was from Fabiana Attanasio, Fairy Story Special, Colouring Heaven. The next one is another whip that I finally got back to and finished off. This is from a Colourful Adventure Storybook Special by Jash. And the page I finished is, oh, that is glaring. Just a minute, let me turn off this light. There we go, that's a little bit better. Maybe a tad dark, but it's better than the glare. There we go. This is the one that I finished off. And originally I had done a marker base on the back for the girl and for the boat, and that is as far as I'd gotten with this one. And as you can see, originally she had trousers on, but the story for this book is that I'm supposed to be making the girl to look like me, because my son suggested that she could be me because she's an artist and she likes wolves. So he did challenge me to add a little bee to every picture as well, and there is the bee that I've added with a little bit of glitter on his wings up in the sky. So yeah, as she's supposed to be me, I decided to give her an outfit that was more like something that I would wear. So I've given her a skirt, and this is by cutting out a piece of craft paper and sticking it on top, and then just shading, doing a little bit of fine liner shading there to try and look a bit more like Jash Lee's style. And I did pencil shading on top of that. For these bits of her trousers as well, I tried shading on top with the black pencil and it just wasn't working, so I ended up cutting out black paper and just giving myself leggings there, which I think works okay. And oops, sorry, bumped the camera. For the rest of this, I worked with watercolours, with a pastel watercolour set that I had. If I can find it and show it to you. Yeah, here we go. This is the pastel watercolour set that I got from the range while I was away on holiday. And this is, it is stuck. Here we go. Here we go. There's the paints there with these colours. And I used mainly the green and the blues to do the sea here, work into the waves, and then it was very painstaking and a bit of a labour of love, but I went over all the line art on the waves with a silver gel pen to give it there you can see I've been over all that line art to make it look more watery and sea-like. The rest is this is marker pen with pencil shading, and the sky is watercolour as well, but over a big area on this paper. The watercolour does tend to like peel a bit, and it did up here by the sun, which is why I went for my grungy effect in the sky, splattered a bit more watercolour, put in the yellow to look like the sun is glowing. There's a gold gel pen line around the sun there. Yeah, and she's turned out pretty well considering this. To be honest, this is my least favourite picture in the whole book, so I really had to push myself to get it done. But my son was encouraging me because he wants me to finish this book. He's really excited for it. So, yeah, watercolour, gel pen, bit of collage and pencil shading on that one. And that is by Jash from a Colourful Adventure Storybook Special. Last but not least, from my finished pictures this month is this one. This is the one that I've done as a time-lapse from my other video series. And this is from Lendl Art from Colouring Heaven Bad Girls Halloween Special. And I've copied it out onto other paper because I started it actually in the magazine and my recording wasn't working, so I had to start again. Otherwise I would have coloured it in the magazine because I love this picture. And as you can see from my filming, this is marker base for most of it, worked on top with Castle Arts and Arteza pencils. There's a white gel pen, I think, and this background is painted with instant coffee. Just painted on, left to dry, and then I left her under a pile of books to flatten her out a bit for this video. So yeah, I'm really pleased with how she turned out, considering that's my first thing I've ever coloured on camera, which was a bit daunting for me, but yeah, she's turned out really well, I think. And that's my last actual finished picture this month. I do have a couple in progress. The first one is from Dark Fantasy by Selena Fennick. This is a new book to me that I just got off of Amazon and I really like it. The one I started coloring just while I was watching TV. There we go, this is the one that I've started. She's called Lioness. I'm doing her mainly with the Decoton pencils, which I realised I hadn't shown you guys, so there they are. There are 4 sets of them, different shades of colours, purple, green, pink and kind of yellow. Those are from B&M in the UK, and I'm using them in this book on this paper, which they seem to work quite well. There's also silver gel pen. This bit of her mace here is with a black Sharpie, and silver gel pen for the spikes as well. And I'm kind of planning to have this lion be a white lion and give her white hair. I'm not entirely convinced by how that will work, but I'm going to give it a go, and if it doesn't, I'll change it somewhere along the way. I've given her some stick-on crystals on her belt. There we go. And also with this book, this kind of ties in to my plans for December, because I have said to you guys before that I'm not much of a Christmas colorist, and I really didn't know what to do because most YouTube channels colour Christmas pictures. There are a couple that I want to colour, but I thought after discussing it with my partner, I'd give December my own theme to make it enjoyable for me. And my theme for December is going to be dragons, because I love dragons. So most of the pictures I colour during December will be dragons. There will be a couple of Christmas pictures that I've picked out. I will show you a couple of those that I've got picked out to colour, but most of my pictures during December will be for dragons. And I was thinking of trying my hand at doing a few tutorial type videos, or at least showing you how I do certain effects and stuff that a couple of people have mentioned in the comments. So I will try doing a couple of those and see how well I can get on with them. Yeah, that's also a little bit daunting as I've never done it before, but I'm going to give it a go. And anyway, that's from Selena Fennick, Dark Fantasy. My next work in progress also ties in with my dragon theme. This is from Fantasy Creature Special, Colouring Heaven. And I started this guy here. He's called Dragon Ball, so he will fit in with my dragon theme for December. And this is one that I just quickly started in work when we had a half day and we were allowed to take in kind of hobby related stuff to do. So yeah, I started him just with a marker base, and there's a little bit of Castle Arts shading there on his cloak at the bottom. That's as far as I've gotten with that one, but I do want to get him finished in December, yeah, to tie in with the dragon theme. And yep, there we go, Fantasy Creature Special, Colouring Heaven. Like I said, there are a couple of Christmas pictures that I want to get finished. One of them is from Beauty of Horror, Ghosts of Christmas. Yeah, this is one that I had earmarked since I bought the book a while ago. You can see there, that's my zombie Santa that I blew up and coloured in my PDF folder. But the one that I want to do, might have to hold it up, the book is very tiny. There we go, is that one. That is the one I really want to blow up and colour for this Christmas. Yeah, not dragons, but I will fit in a couple of Christmas pictures. Not conventional Christmas pictures, but yeah, they will be in there. That is one of the ones I would like to colour in this December. And the other one is one that I drew myself, which is, there we go, that one. Sorry about that phone call. Anyway, this is one that I would like to use as my colouring time-lapse through December, maybe, if you guys would be up for that. I don't know. Would it be a bit too presumptuous to colour in my own drawing on my time-lapse? I don't know, but I'll colour her in either way. So there we go, that's one I've drawn for December. And the next thing I've picked out is a whip that I would like to finish in December. This is from Drommenwanger, Tomislav Tomic, and I did start a dragon in this one, so I thought he would fit in quite well with my December theme, if I can find him. There he is. I started that dragon, and I'll have to try and remember what colour pencils I was using for his body here. But yeah, he's another one that I would like to finish through December. So there we go. That's everything I've coloured and my plans for December. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. Give us your thoughts in the comments below. I always like to hear from people. And yeah, take care everybody. Happy colouring. I'll see you in future videos. Bye.